watching KGUN 9 News at 10.
A helping hand after becoming homeless due to the pandemic, how one veteran got back on his feet with the help of a Good Samaritan. Good evening, I'm Taja Davis. Thank you for joining us. The pandemic, of course, has many people struggling. I met with two Tucson men, one who became homeless after contracting COVID-19, the other, the person responsible for helping the first get back on his feet. Take a look.
I just turned in the keys, went to the streets.
Joam Hierro fell on hard times after contracting a fever. He later found out he was positive for COVID-19, but until that discovery, his job told him to take some time off and to be sure to continue quarantining even 10 days after he was feeling better.
The bad luck about all that situation was it was during the last of the month till pretty much 2 weeks of when my rent was due. So I didn't realize because I was pretty bedridden. Until later on, I woke up, I felt a lot better. I went to my door and I found a notice, like an eviction notice.
He says he was unaware of the eviction moratorium due to COVID-19, so he thought he had to get out.
I was like, okay, I'm being evicted. I don't have the money to pay for the rent. So I went downstairs to the management room. I let them know. And they told me, all right, well, we can at least not evict you, like making a full eviction, if you turn in the keys by Friday.
So that's what he did. With no home and no current income, Joam was homeless for a month and a half until he met Kyle. Kyle wishes to stay anonymous. Joam was sleeping near a church, and when he woke up, he saw a nonprofit event centered around voting happening and met Kyle there.
And I asked Kyle just simple stuff about the election and how I could pretty much, vote, if I could vote. But after that, he asked me about, what was going on. I explained the situation. From there on, he helped me a lot.
Actually reached out to a community legal aid organization because I thought what his landlord did was very unethical and potentially illegal. And was just very frustrated that somebody would do that to somebody at this time.
Kyle helped shelter Joam, got his phone service back, helped him finally receive a COVID-19 test, and reactivated his debit card.
Later found out that his stimulus check had been mailed to the wrong address earlier in the year, so he never got that. Nearly half of all Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings, and so you can imagine if you lose your job and you're not getting sick pay, how easy it would be to fall in a position where you're not able to afford your rent or afford food or whatever. It was very clear to me that this was just somebody who just kind of ended up in a very unfortunate event and could have easily been me or a family member.
Kyle and Joam eventually learned they went to the same middle school a few years apart. Joam is also a veteran, having been stationed in Oahu, Hawaii from 2017 to 2019.
Personally, I'm not a religious person, but if I was, I would say it was probably a sign from God, that there was people out there and who are very kind and actually caring about complete strangers they've never met, and to see that such people existed was very shocking. So at the very most, I felt blessed.
I just felt like it was the least I could do to just offer up a little bit of my time and privilege, honestly, to share that with somebody who just sort of fell into unfortunate circumstances.
Now, thanks to Kyle, Joam is now back on his feet and almost to the point where he was before getting sick with coronavirus. Now,